Welcome to the tutorial for the Permanent Outdoor Light Emulator app. On the home screen here we have two buttons, New Design and Open Save Design. If you're just now starting out, you won't have any save designs. In the top right hand side is the onboarding book. There are onboarding prompts throughout the app, but if you turn them off and click Do Not Show Again, and you need to remember how to do something, you can come back here. We're going to go ahead and do a new design. Two options here, upload photo or take photo. You get the same result. It's just a matter of whether or not you already have a photo of the home or whatever you're planning on putting these lights on. So we'll go ahead and upload photo. As far as the photos are concerned, what you really want is a photo that is taken in landscape view, sideways. It just turns out better. So we got our photo in there. We're going to pinch inside the blue box and we're going to zoom in as far as you want. Try to leave a little space on the left and right side of the house versus the left and right side edges of the blue box. Once we get it where we want it, click done. Here it's asking you to select what units you want to use, feet or meters. We'll stay with feet. Here's the calibration prompt. Tap both ends of a known length reference on your photo. For example, a door on your photo that you know is 3 feet long. The app's going to use that to calculate the lighted length and the jumper lengths here momentarily. So we will say this window here is 3 feet. So we'll tap. Good enough. Use this line, yes. I'm going to enter the 3 feet. And then we're going to zoom back out. The C with the circle around it is the controller. That's going to be the start of your circuit. And the cleanest way to do this is start on the left-hand side, and that's because of that little stub sticking off the right-hand side of the controller, which is going to be light number 1. If you'll notice down at towards the bottom of the screen, we have lighted and jumper. Currently lighted is highlighted, and that's going to draw lighted length. If I want a jumper, I just click on jumper, and that's going to draw a blue line. Jumpers do not show up on the final product. You can put jumpers all over this thing, and you'll never see them once you go to preview the lights. But we'll go back to lighted, and also you'll notice on the bottom as I'm drawing these lines, the feet are going to start to increase as I draw lines. For example, that one right there, you see the lighted change to 25.1 feet. I'm not going to be too meticulous here, so you don't have to watch me all day. Draw us a little lighted link there. Now I want to jump up just like you normally would on an install. And then we're going to click back on lighted. We'll go up this peak here. Once you draw the lines, you can tap and pull and drag them as far as you want. If you notice, see the number moving around on the bottom. It's calculating as I go. If you want to change a lighted segment to a jumper, you click on jumper, it'll highlight, and then go click the line. I'm going to click that green line going up the peak there. And that adjusts all the numbers and would not show up if I continued on the final product, but we'll put it back. Once you get into these tight spaces right here, the easiest thing to do is to put a jumper or a lighted length out in space like I'm doing right here, and then move it in close. What happens sometimes, when you're in a tight spot, you end up clicking another line on accident. If that happens, just click the undo button down there, and it'll put it back. And then we're going to jump up here. And for tight spots, it's obviously easier if you zoom in. And then we just continue that over the whole house. And then when you're done, click on the lighting button. Okay, now that we've mapped our roof line and click the lighting button, we are now at the lighting options screen. It's our bulb grid on the left-hand side. You see the controller in the top left, and that'll be the start of the circuit. And then it winds its way all the way down, just like you would see on other apps. They are defaulted to off, which is the white circle with the red slash through it. I drew a lot more lighted length. You weren't sitting there watching me map the entire house. So this is what we ended up with. It's got a max of 250 feet worth of bulbs. Got our color slider and color picker here on the top right hand side. As you can see, as I click around, it's changing the hex code kind of in the middle of your screen there. And that's displayed, so if you want to put that particular color into another app, you can do so. Next to that hex code and the associated color is your off swatch. If you click it, it changes the hex code to off. And once you find a color, you can either tap a bulb and color it, or you can tap and drag, or you can select your color in the color picker and then click the color all button right there underneath the color slider, and that'll do all the work for you. Below the bulb grid, we have a white swatch that will color all the bulbs white. We also have a rainbow swatch, which will do a rainbow pattern. And then we also have themes button over there on the right hand side, just above the apply button. That'll take you in. On sports, if you click on it, it has subcategories. We have colleges and occasions. If you want to make one a favorite, you just click on the little star in the box, like we did there, and then you go to faves, and there it is. If you want to apply it, you just click in the box. If you don't want to do anything, you just click the back button in the top left. Or you can search up top, and then I'll narrow it down for you so you don't have to scroll through all the lists. But we're not going to do anything. We're going to go back. We have our rainbow pattern applied. Also, when we arrived at this screen, all the bulbs are defaulted off. You'll notice that the apply button is not green. It is grayed out until you color at least one bulb. And we'll just color one here, pick that, and now it's available. But we'll make our rainbow pattern, and we'll click apply to go see what the lights look like. A quick note on the preview light screen, which is the one you're seeing right now. Whatever darkness level you have it set to, when you click save, is what it is going to display on an export sheet. So if it's too dark, or you forgot, or it's too light, you can always go back and open it up in Save Design, Load Design, lighten it, and then save it again. We have our static button, which is the default, chase and fade, and then we have the darkness slider. It's set to 94% by default. If you want to make it lighter, you can go all the way to here. And if you want complete darkness, take it all the way to 100%. We'll go to it something decent. If you want it to chase, press the chase button. You'll see it making its way around. Again, you can put jumpers all over the house. They don't have to be neat either. If you need to get from one side to the other, just run it all the way across. It doesn't matter. It's not going to show up here. And then if you want fade, just click on the fade. And it's doing its thing. If you want to go back home, click on the home button. It's It's going to ask you if you want to lose all progress because I haven't saved it yet. So I'll say no to keep myself here. If you want to change the lights, the colors, click on the lighting button. It'll take you back here. We can change them all to white real quick, click apply, and we're right back at it. If I want to save my design, click save. I'll call this demo 22. If you try to save it as something that already exists, it's going to ask you if you want to choose a different folder name or do you want to overwrite the current one. Now it's going to ask if you want to stay here and tinker with the light some more or go home. Let's go home. Now if I want to go back to that particular design, I go to Open Save Design. It defaults to display the most current saved design first. If you want to change it to something else, click on the top right, which is the sort, and make it to whatever you want. There's a trash can up top. That's a delete all button. It'll prompt you. And then if you want to delete individual ones, you just click the little red trash can inside the box. If you want to go back home, home screen button is in the top left. If you have a ton of designs, which I have quite a few, and you don't feel like scrolling through, you can do the search filter up top. I just did demo 22. That'll narrow it down. We're going to go ahead and click on it. Here you have a couple options. You have load design and export PDF. If you click load design, it's going to take you back to the lighting options screen where it already knows how your roof line looks based on the previous time you mapped it. So we'll go ahead and do that. Say I want to change colors real quick to see what it looks like. We'll do this one. Select our color, click color all, hit apply, and now we got our different colored bulbs. If you want to save that particular color scheme there, you're going to need to click save again, but I want to go back home. Go back in and open up demo 22. The export PDF button allows you to send this snapshot along with the estimated lighted length. And we'll go ahead and export. And here is the result of the export sent via text, or you can do email as well. There's our folder name up top that we saved it as, Demo 22. Left-hand side has the Buy Lights button. The right-hand side has the Printworks 3D Mounts button. And the POL icon, which if clicked, will take you to the App Store listing for the permanent outdoor light emulator. Underneath that, you'll see the estimated light and length it calculated when you were mapping out the roof line, and then a snapshot of the preview light screen. And that about does it for the permanent outdoor light emulator tutorial.